Hi, this is a quick clip from the M25. It's the joy of every motorist on the approach to the Dartford crossing. It came up first that I would be at my delivery for about 8:30, just outside of Aylesford, and now because of this wonderful M25 it's gonna be about 10 to 10 o'clock. It's just one of them things. A friend of mine asked me to put some stuff on TikTok, so they might sound a bit boring. If I look distracted, it's just because I'm checking traffic, what's going on, which at the moment is not a lot, but that's what it is. Bugbears. I'll probably mention a few bugbears. One of them is when you're overtaking a truck in a car, especially on a motorway, don't suddenly decide to pull in and then slam the brakes on. And if you're a mile, 2 miles from the exit, just stay behind. Just stay behind. Your actions, pulling out and then pulling back in and slamming the brakes on, will cause an accident. I always say that those taking a car test, a bike test, before they get their full license, they should be made to spend a week in a truck and a week in a bus, so you can see what idiotic behaviour we have to put up with. I'm not saying lorry drivers are perfect, there's a few bad ones out there, but please guys, try and think about what you are doing. I know that the theory tests offer a lot of misguided stuff. I recently did my bike theory. I've got my CBT this weekend. One of the questions that they ask is about speeds, and it will say, what's the speed for cars and bikes on a motorway? So we all know that's 70, truck it's 60. And then it'll say, what's the speed on single carriageways? Well, the ones who compile these questions really need to be more clear. It's 60 on single carriageways for cars and bikes, but it's only 50 for towing vehicles and larger vehicles. And that brings me to another thing. On motorways, the outside lane isn't just restricted for trucks, it's for any towing vehicles. So if you are in your car and you're towing a little trailer behind with a doggy in it, or a caravan, or you're one of these little flatbed trailers with whatever on, you are not allowed in that outside lane. You are a towing vehicle and your speed is also restricted to 60, not 70. Okay. That's motorways. So yeah, lovely traffic on the M25. Never mind, I'm paid by the hour. It's what it is. I look at the week. Monday I work and I get notification about my pay slip. Tuesday I can see my pay slip live. Wednesday is midweek and my pay slip is then recorded with the HMRC. Midweek, Wednesday's midweek as the Germans call it, midweek. Thursday is a new Friday. Friday you get paid. Hey, job is a good one, so you're only working one day. The rest of it you're looking forward to the weekend. It's still not very interesting. Another thing, yes, I'm a female. I'm 53, I've been driving trucks, shouldn't say it, since I was 17, you won't get away with it now, but the day I passed my test, which I passed first time, it was a Saturday test, shipped out that afternoon for Italy via Switzerland, and somebody noted yesterday, yes, I am driving an Iveco, and I actually took out in my first load Iveco chassis for Iveco in Brescia, and I reloaded pasta. That was handball. I didn't personally load it. It was a local workforce in somewhere in Italy, was fun. I've done mostly continental. I've lived abroad. I've driven left-hand drives. I've done livestock. I've done tanks, ADR, non-ADR, liquid chemicals, aggregates. It's all fun. I've done events. I made a post about that yesterday. What you have to watch with a lot of event companies, they're kind of phasing it out now, but some of them still offer you a nice big blingy shiny truck on a 0 hours contract. Since COVID, a lot of the event companies have branched out into general haulage, unless you're a golden boy. I won't tell you which company that is. Which brings me head on the heels of, and this is entirely up to you, of course, if your boss sends you a Facebook request, an event request, or social media, turn it down. Your boss is your boss, not your friend. And then they will be trawling through your Facebook pictures for whatever reason. If you've got anything to post about the company, of course, post it on their page. Most companies do use a lot of social media now, but keep your boss as your boss and your friends as your friends. Yes. I get asked some strange questions, usually related to childcare. You know, why do you drive trucks? Because that's all I ever wanted to do. I did well at school, but always wanted to drive trucks. I self-funded my higher education. I'm educated to PhD level, which I self-funded. Takes a lot of commitment, a lot of study, a lot of money as well. It's not for everyone. The thing about truck driving is that I've got friends across the board from all backgrounds. It's a great leveler. It really is. I've got friends who are as educated as me on paper, and I've got friends who are not as educated, but you don't need to be. As long as you've got common sense, your health, your eyesight, and patience, a lot of patience. I'll try not to make these clips too long, because I know people on TikTok tend to lose interest if you just waffle on. I am obviously looking at traffic, so if I look distracted, I'm not. I'm looking at what's going on. Yeah, I was talking about women in truck driving. They don't ask men these questions. If a man goes for a job as a truck driver, they don't ask him, why do you want to be a truck driver? I'm a woman. These things here, which you can't see, these bad boys, are a bit of a giveaway. It doesn't prevent me doing my job. Nowadays, obviously, those with children share the parenting. You can have maternity leave and paternity leave, so which is nice, because then a lot of dads say they don't get to spend time with their kids, but now under law you can, so it's all balanced out. Whatever works best for you. It's just moving a little bit now, not for much longer, but hey ho. So, it's what it is. And I've just seen a East European, shouldn't call them East Europeans now, should they, because what was Eastern Europe is now the EU. And that's another thing, road tolls. Yes, drivers from outside the UK have to pay a certain amount for every day they're in the UK. It's not a lot. We pay a hell of a lot more abroad. If you go to countries like Austria, Germany, for example, you have toll boxes that register. You're charged in a billing cycle. If you go to France, Italy, and even some in Spain, you get charged on the toll roads. The French motorways are lovely to drive on because they are empty, because the tolls are expensive, so it's only the trucks and holiday makers that tend to use them, which means they tend to be free of accidents, but if there is an accident on the motorways there, it's colossal. Although, to be fair, in places like countries like Italy, they don't shut the roads like we do. They tend to shut a lane that's involved and then literally just bulldoze it to the side, which is a bit heartless, but it keeps the traffic moving. We won't talk about that. But as I say, I'll try and make these videos interesting. Can't promise it. Most of you probably turn off after the first few seconds, but as I say, a friend asked me to post some stuff because there's lots of funny ones, lots of really entertaining ones, and all I'm doing is giving a detailed every day in the life of a truck driver. So, okay, people, I'm going to concentrate more a bit now. I'll post this later. So, take care.